Hey, what up, though? This your boy J-Bo, J-Beezy, however the fuck you want to call it. Man, check this shit out. Tune in for my episode on Big Facts, man. You don't want to miss it.
You're listening to Big Facts with Big Bank and DJ Scream.
Live from the Trap Music Museum, it's Big Bank, DJ Scream, Baby J, this team Big Facts, and it's time for another episode featuring St. Louis's own, featuring the real BMF. J-Bo is here on Big Facts. J-Bo, long time coming. We appreciate you pulling up on us, you know what I'm saying, to have this conversation with us. First off, how you feeling? You know what I mean? We always like to check the energy.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to go.
You ready to go?
I feel it. I
feel
it coming both sides right now.
We on that bullshit.
Let's start all the way from the beginning, man. How did you get tied in? Oh, the legendary movement, the iconic movement, BMF.
Well, I had a friend of mine from St. Louis who I used to run with and shit. And he used to always bring me down here to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. He's like, man, you need to move down here and go back home and do what you do, whatever. And so one day, I used to play the PlayStation and shit when I was, back then. Mm. And he just called me like, man, I got my homeboys down there from the D. He like, shit, the motherfuckers want to play you in the game. I was like, cool. He like, and they smoke weed. I was like, what? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And he took me over to their crib. They had a house in Decatur. Like I said, I walked in the crib, man, you could just see it, like, niggas everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Nice house, the house smoky, a couple of chicks running around and all that shit. So he took me in, introduced me. I met a dude there, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, that's cool, but where the PlayStation at? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even think, I'm trying to play the game, win me some money and smoke some weed. So I ended up playing one of his partners, Baba. I lost 800, you know what I'm saying? And that's how my first introduction, to him. But I ain't really talked to him then, you know what I'm saying? But that's when I first met him, you know what I'm saying, at his house.
Why do you think that it went so well for that movement? Meaning as in, it became so successful, there was so much money made, there was so much history made. Why do you think that movement was so successful as opposed to a lot of other street movements?
If you see those out, back then, you be like, damn, them niggas move like, a cool ass, hood ass, militant type way. Mm. You know what I'm saying? We had rules that was understood. You know what I'm saying? And we followed them rules and shit, we had a long little run. So I would say just by us, not willing to take orders or commands or, ideas from another guy or a group of guys that, we really didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because our crew, my side of the crew, was like a melting pot. You know what I'm saying? We had Bama, Atlanta, Brooklyn, St. Louis. We all different type of LA, different types of guys around us. Whereas, T, he had more of Detroit, and a few outside of St. Louis guys and all that shit. But yeah, I just moving like a militant, ready to take orders, execute them, and do what we had to do. And we had a nice little run, before the fall.
So I want to take it back just like a little bit more, like all the way back to the very beginning, like growing up in St. Louis. Like, what was that like for you?
Me? I was a little guy that played sports. Football was my main sport and shit.
Because you were like almost borderline pro, right?
Well, not pro. I was a highly recruited athlete out of high school.
Shit, that's pro in the hood.
It wasn't the hood, yeah. A lot of people don't go to college and shit. But yeah, I was real nice in football, man. So growing up for me was to get through what the poverty that I grew up in was playing sports.
Right.
I wasn't thinking about no drugs and shit like that. But growing up in St. Louis in the area where motherfuckers die every other day and all that shit as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Walking 2 miles to the football practice and all that shit. That's how I cope with my childhood growing up, playing football, running track, playing baseball.
You play softball too, right?
I played softball when I got older.
Okay.
You know, we had a softball team full of all drug dealers. Just before the Meech and, you know, before I met them and shit. I played in the Black World League. It was a league with mostly blacks. You can have probably I think 3 non-blacks, or, you know, it could be a white guy, Asian, Indian, whatever, on your team. But most of the teams was all black. And it was very talented. So, yeah, I played softball and on the streets before I went to prison. I played all through prison, and I haven't played shit since I've been home. But I think I'm trying shit. But yeah, softball got me through the, you know, my older years and shit. That's what I was doing.
So, like, usually, like, when you hear about, like, niggas that were good at sports and, you know, like, turned to the streets or whatever, like, it was because they got hurt or, you know, they got injured and they weren't able to play sports anymore. So was that your case, or what was your actual introduction to the streets?
So I had some little young partners back then. I was still in high school, but I was transitioning, you know, trying to think about what college I'm gonna go to and all that shit.
Right.
And one of my partners called us up to this high school, and we went up there and the nigga stole a car system out of the Suzuki Jeeps.
Like a radio?
The speakers, the amp, all that shit. So we go up there, he steal it, and the dude that called us up there to get the shit told on us. So they come, my pops, my stepfather had passed away, and it was doing his, you know, after the repast and all that shit. We at the house chilling. I got the speakers set up in my basement bumping and shit. I don't hooked it up in the house. The police come there and they locked me up. So make a long story short, I ended up getting on papers. And I didn't know the system. I didn't know that you could be on probation and shit, and you know, you still go off to college. You know what I'm saying? So right then and there, I knew, I was like, man, I ain't gonna do this. My mom passed away after my father and shit. I was like, man, fuck this shit. I ain't finna do that. I need some paper. So I went over one of my partners. He's in the game, you know, in the game. Back then, he was one of them guys that was getting money.
Right.
So I went down to their hood on the north side and just going to fuck around with him. I wasn't even going to ask him for no work and no shit like that, but I was just going, cause I like being around him. You know what I'm saying? Like just trying to learn how he moved and shit. Right. Not you know how he hustles.
The atmosphere and the energy was.
You know, we covered playing sports through all the way till I graduated from high school, and then started trying to just hang around with the hood niggas. I had to get around my bro, and he showed me the way. You know, just watch. I'm a fast learner. Right. So I go up there, sit on the bed and shit. They up there. He up there, him and his homeboy weighing up some weight, no ounces, on a triple beam scale. You know what I'm saying? You know, you say triple beam, that shit old as fuck. You know, from back then. But I just asked him like, man, let me get one of them. You know what I'm saying? He threw me an ounce. Now I went out, made the money, and you know, spent the money. You know, and I started ducking him. After that, you know, he caught up with me like, bro.
You ran off on the plug, J-Lo.
Yeah, well, yeah. But, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, he was like, man, don't do that shit, bro. You ain't got to do that. If you got a problem, just, first of all, just try to talk about it. Come holler at me or somebody, or whoever you owe. Just holler at them, man, and get an understanding. Because shit happens. Yeah, you know, and, you know, in the streets, they give you a second, maybe a third chance to try to make that money back up.
Right. If a nigga want to see you with some money.
Yeah. So he gave me a good tutorial of hustling, and he gave me some more work. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I got introduced to drugs. You know what I'm saying? And it just started building from that point.
I always want to ask niggas shit like that. Niggas who be in them type of situations, and so many niggas fold and shit. You know what I'm saying? Which one of them niggas like shocked you, like had you fooled, like the biggest disappointment, like this nigga a bitch?
On that case?
Yeah, on y'all case.
One of them is Blue. Another one is E.
Now one of them ain't from Atlanta.
Nah.
Nah, I'm just saying.
I'm
glad.
You know,
which Blue?
Blue Da Vinci.
What Blue do?
Shit, he ain't do what we did.
I thought they said wasn't never no paperwork on Blue.
Man, I'm finna explain this shit one more time. Everybody know I'm a real nigga, and I ain't gonna lie about shit. For sure. None of that. Jay know me. Jay used to be around us back then, and she know how I am. It was a situation where we was already locked up in 2010. They came and got me out of prison. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what it was for. It was a wanted. So of course, you know, you gotta go. Shit, you already know motherfuckers custody. Yeah. So they flew me to. I ended up going to. What's that shit? Lovejoy. And
Clayton County.
Yeah, I don't. It was Lovejoy. I know I've been there. So I ended up getting. It took about 10 hours for me to get to my pod. So when I got to my pod, it took them 12 minutes to tell me to pack your shit back up and come back downstairs. You finna go to the hole. So I'm saying, what the fuck I'm going to the hole for? They like, well, you got 13 separatees. You know, a separatee is somebody that told on your case or on you. You know what I'm saying? Like
what they call?
You can't be around them, right?
You can't be around them.
Yeah.
Not separatees. They gonna keep you separate. It's basically
like an absentee is somebody that's absent.
Like
a
this motherfucker microphone told on me.
You got to stay separate from.
And me and his microphone in the same jail. They're gonna put that motherfucker way on the other side of the jail.
So you saying if a nigga separatee, he guaranteed to be done
separated?
No, he said something. No, he told
separated.
But he can't. But I not only I couldn't. I couldn't be around him. I couldn't see him. So that's the whole key right there. I couldn't see him.
Because they feel like you're going to intimidate them.
Exactly. So I was like, when they told me I got to go, I was like, shit, is anybody in this pod? They like, nah. Well, why the fuck I got to go? You can't see him. They told me this. I'm like, damn, all right, fuck it. So they put me in the hole. You know what I'm saying? I ended up going to court. Well, it wasn't even court. It was some other shit. They was trying to see if we want to tell on Wu.
Like tribunal?
You know, they were.
Who?
I partner Wu.
Yeah.
Wu, Vernon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he was the last person I think I caught on that case. So when I
finally build some evidence.
Well, they were just trying to see if a motherfucker want to tell, get you some time cut, and get him, you know, lock him in case he go. All that shit before in case you go to trial, they gonna bring you witnesses in and your ass dead.
See if you done got them. Yeah. See if you ready to fold. Like, boy, you ready? We got something for you. Type shit.
When I made it up to the
Christmas.
When I made it upstairs, not a courtroom. They walked me to an office when I was in the office. All, you know, like a long little table. Probably sit about 12 people. And it's all DA, you know, agents and shit.
It almost look like a parole hearing type shit.
That's how I look. So when I walk in, I'm like, oh, damn, like, what's going on? Like, hey, Mr. Brown trying to be all nice and shit. Hey, Mr. Brown, we just want to see if, you know, it's a Rule 35 and all that. I said, Rule 35? I said, I said, no. It's a rule where you get some time cut. You know, and it's a 5, what is it, a 5K1 or some shit like that. But the rule they were talking about like a rule 35 or rule 11. It's something like that.
So they basically asking you if you want to snitch, but in their language.
Exactly. So when they start saying that, I'm shaking my head. Hey, no, just hold on. I say, sir, ma'am, I'm sorry, but you know, y'all know type of person I am.
No,
y'all know, y'all could have just asked me that while I was in prison, and I would have told y'all get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? So I said,
y'all brought me all the way over here to say this shit.
I said, man, look, I don't make my bed. I'm cool with that. I'm ready to go lay back in my bed. And when they say that, like, well, take my card on. No, I don't want your card. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, just put me back in my cell. I thought I was going to court, and for what, I didn't know. Because my case is over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so when I got back to my hole, I wasn't on disciplinary, so I can use the phone, you know, or the commissary and shit. They just had me back there because of the separate shit. So Cuzzo came through the Chip 2 Cuzzo and D-Shot. And I ended up telling Cuzzo what was going on. We got a chance to go outside the wreck. And I told him what was going on. He's like, Uncle, you already know. You ain't got to worry about me and all that shit. I know. I said, I know. I'll just let you know what they want because we ain't got no court. No court. They trying to see if you want to tell type shit. They brought him through, flew him out. D-Shot come through. I had to scream through the vent because they wouldn't let us talk to each other no more. So I told him what it was. They took him to court. He went home. They kept me back in that bitch about 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Until they finally came and got me. So I called my homegirl D. I was like, look, they trying to see, tell moms, they trying to see if a motherfucker want to tell on Wu. And I was like, they got me in Lovejoy. Now this where the seaport come in at. She said, you in Lovejoy? She said, shit, Blue in Lovejoy. I said, D.
All right.
Blue not in Lovejoy because if Blue was in Lovejoy and he wasn't telling, he would be back here in the hole with me and D-Shot and Chip 2 Cuzzo. Never came back there. So when niggas say they need paperwork, I'm the paperwork.
Yeah.
Because a motherfucker know I ain't gonna sit there. I know the rule in prison. If a motherfucker say you hot, you got to produce paperwork saying this nigga hot. Well, in this case, when I ain't got no paperwork, I'm the paperwork. I know if the nigga wasn't telling, he would be back there with me. You see what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't back there. Two others was.
Oh, so you saying he finna tell on who?
He already told. That nigga probably already told on whoever. You know what I'm saying? This shit old. This old. Like this. They just caught, bro. And we're trying to, you know.
Oh, you saying? Hold up. Let me say that. So you saying goddamn, they ain't get him mixed up. Like you belong with the separatists.
Exactly.
Off rip. Like as soon as you come in there, bro, we already know what you do.
He went back there with me.
Separatist me.
So that's you saying like that's can't nobody tell you nothing. That's what that is.
You can't tell me. I don't give a fuck who it is. You can't tell me that nigga not doing what motherfuckers think he doing. I know what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I know he told on Wu. That a fact. I know he told on my man. I ain't finna keep sugarcoating this shit about that nigga, man.
Man, that's crazy. How accurate is that BMF shit though? Like the series.
It's pretty accurate. You know, I can't really speak on a lot of that.
They went on in Detroit and shit.
Yeah, because I wasn't around the Detroit part.
You gotta see when they get to the city.
Yeah, you know when they come, whenever I meet up with bro, which is probably about I think 97, 90. I seen him in 96. I started fucking with him, like hanging with him and shit. I think probably about 97, somewhere around there.
What was like the qualifications like for a nigga? Cause it seemed like y'all was just taking anybody. I'm gonna keep it real though. I'm gonna keep it real. It's like back in our day, we really felt like these niggas gotta be the police. The way these niggas doing what the fuck they doing every day. I'm just being real. Like coming from the city, we never seen that before. This shit was some like until them niggas caught their case and niggas started being like, damn, you niggas had too much of it. You get what I'm saying? Like in our mind, like you trying to trap. That's in trap bit. Like who finna go buy some bricks? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Did it do that? If you was on the outside looking in, how would you felt about that?
Like I don't know. It depends how your mindset is.
You just came to Atlanta though, out the blue. Y'all niggas showing this money, throwing niggas bankroll every night.
Right, but you know, we probably did that for a reason to lure motherfuckers in.
But I'm saying, but who watching? In niggas' mind, who already playing the games how we playing?
The street niggas gonna be checking you out, trying
Not
to...
the street, I'm talking about 12.
Well, you know, when we first come through that 12, I mean, I don't know, because I couldn't tell you then. I synced it later on. I synced it, but I don't. When we first started popping out like that, even when I started fucking with bro was already out there doing that shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? They probably was watching, but they definitely gonna watch if niggas come in here every night and throw money like that. And
bro, everybody talking about that. Everywhere you go, like one thing about when you heard BMF is like, soon as we heard it, street niggas heard it, the strippers heard it, the rats heard it, the police heard it. Everybody heard that shit at the same time because it was an explosion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what you feel like when you sat in the cell, you just like, what was like? Damn, that we fucked up at. You know what I'm saying? You know how niggas gonna do that.
That shit always run through your mind. Right?
Yeah.
Even before the sales and shit, it runs through your mind when you just out, you know, chilling in the house.
Yeah.
I know
what you're gonna say too.
Yeah.
I know what you're gonna say. You did not like those
hated
billboards.
that shit. One of our biggest downfalls was the billboard shit.
You didn't like that shit.
You feel like that was just like putting it in their face. Fuck it.
Bro, look, we, you know, motherfuckers, we rocking. Like, we doing what we do. You supposed to keep a low profile as possible, but at the same time, we was trying to get our record label out there. Mm-hmm. So you gotta pop out. Mm-hmm. You gotta show everybody that these niggas really doing music. And we had dudes, you know, we was doing music and, you know.
The other shit a little bit.
Which one was secondary?
The music.
That shit was just a part of balling.
Well, we was... Hey, bro,
the music was just a part of balling.
No,
just did what her.
On some real shit, bro was really trying to transition over to...
A music executive.
Yes.
Okay.
Meech was really trying to be a label. Like for real.
And even after the Billboard shit, I was like, man, fuck this music shit. You know what I'm saying? I was telling bro, like, man, I don't want to do this shit. This shit getting us hot, nigga.
J-Bo felt like them billboards was like the Frank Lucas fur hat at the fight type shit. Like, he felt like that. He hated that shit. Like,
first thing you see was 75, 85 coming from the airport. That big ass sign.
That shit was in
the
Buckhead
world
too,
is
huh?
BMF.
man, that shit was everywhere. We had like
Buckhead. We had it in the
like the
hood.
most
Hell yeah,
expensive
we were the first niggas with digital billboards, like the shit that like turns around and like goes to different shit without having to change the vinyl and all that shit. Like, yeah, like
Up high.
They had the whole old So Def billboard.
Yeah.
Which I think is at the time the most expensive
Yep, we
billboard
did
in the
have that.
city.
We
oh god,
I think
yes.
the one in Buckhead was a little higher. Wasn't it?
The digital one was a little bit higher, but we had to pay more money for the So Def billboard because JD didn't want to give it up.
You say that. What else though? Like if you know what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, when a nigga got time to sit and think, you see all that shit.
So
clear.
that was one. That was a big one for me. You know, because I like keeping a low. I liked keeping a low profile, but bro got me buying cars and jewelry. And I was a low profile nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like
when
I always
you
been.
talking about not with BMF, you
with
were
BMF.
you with J-Bo.
Listen,
Junior Boss, you with J-Bo, nigga. That J-Bo. I get with J-Bo, I'm getting on.
Before I became J-Bo, I was rap. That was just running and hanging with them. Hustling a little bit through them.
J-Bo was forced
Hold
into
up,
the flash.
did J-Bo bring out an alter ego in you? Just be real. Like, bro, I'm J-Bo, fuck that shit. It is what it is. However this shit go, then what it is. I'm with bro.
But if you ask anybody, any artist or any celebrity that know me, I always been the same. I never because we had that power, I never abused it because I've been broke, rich, broke.
Nah. I get what you're saying. I'm not saying I ain't saying that part. Like a nigga
but I'm
change his
saying
morals.
it would bring that inner J-Bo out of me. It was the same dude. It wasn't because I'm running with bro now that I'm super J-Bo.
I definitely get that. I'm just
He's saying
like,
is when you were forced into
like,
the flash to be J-Bo, did that make you pop it?
Hold up, no. What I'm saying is, you niggas wasn't drugged. Y'all niggas was stars. Like that shit different from being a nigga that was a dope boy and a nigga that's a star. You get what I'm saying? The shit y'all niggas doing put y'all on the level as stars. Like these niggas is stars. This shit y'all got a fucking what is it? This shit is one of the biggest documentary. They got like 9,000 goddamn documentaries and you know what I'm saying. So a nigga was stars. So what do that do? Like, cause coming from street fame to fame is different, right?
Yeah, it's definitely different. What the feeling I got from that shit was beautiful.
Like the ego, I'm saying, did you
my,
feel like
my ego wasn't I wasn't like, that's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Humble, but I
was definitely a humble nigga.
Exactly. No, I know that.
You know
Everybody know that. Like real shit though. No, that ain't no cap on it. Like a nigga, like I said, if I can get next to J-Bo, I can get some money.
Yeah.
That's how niggas felt. I'm just saying, like, you gotta think. Look at them hats. How them hats were broke with them goddamn. How y'all nigga had them hat lean like DJ Drum with them goddamn. What you call it? Jersey shit on. Nigga, man, nigga can't tell me nigga wasn't feeling like, bro. This him.
He's saying that on top of the world moment.
But I mean,
yeah, that's what you know what I'm saying. Like,
I'm gonna tell you, like, when I'm around my family, yeah, I feel like I'm that nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
But when we go out in public, I humble down because I know what it feels like not to have that power.
For sure.
Too. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't try to. I never try to abuse that power. But if you fuck with me and I fuck with you, and we gonna we rock together and shit type shit. But I never abuse that feeling that you got from transitioning from trap nigga to trap superstar type nigga.
Exactly.
But I always, like I say, I always just been the same nigga, man. But every now and then I let that little dog come out.
We'll bring it up.
Like I talk shit with my artists, the little nephew, they talk that shit like, oh, you ain't got more you know, back then, more bitches than me, or your swag ain't like mine, shit. Check on out. I'm swagged out, and then I crushed you on the other thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm married now, so I got what should I say?
The bitches.
But yeah, I had them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I used to joke with the youngsters and shit. That's when I used to talk shit, man.
What's the weirdest shit you seen a nigga try to do to like to gain y'all attention? Like, hey, look at me, I want to be BMF.
The weirdest and the dumbest shit was, you know, when the motherfucker try to walk through a crowd of 100 niggas and girls, and you know, try to talk to bro. And he
Like you just in the mood, niggas
yeah,
out the
like
way.
watch out, I'm trying to get the Meech type shit. Ooh. You know,
Them
when
niggas
you
get
violate,
mad.
that's when you know shit like that happens. Like,
What they finna say?
Bruh.
You did all that to the ass. What was you finna say?
yeah, it was the thing was from getting from the outside of the crew to the
Through
center
the
of
layers.
That's where the problems come in, because we got soldiers. They not
Yeah.
gonna let you just walk through here going to our nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, bro, what you doing? You gonna get 1,000? Hold on. Then you gonna be like, man, who?
I been telling these niggas
watch
this
out,
shit.
who? And that's when they
Yeah.
punish.
Yeah.
Bro, these niggas be thinking I be tripping, bro. If you important, bro, you think you just finna walk up on Joe Biden? He's important. It gonna be like you said, gonna be 1,000. Hold on, like before you. So I supposed to be just standing somewhere, nigga, just right here, damn. You know what I'm saying? You right here on me. You could have stuck me in my motherfucking neck.
Right.
But that's what the problem.
Hold on, where the hold ons at?
Yeah.
You got 1,000 of them.
Stop. Nah, you got some stops.
Hold up, what you doing? Why y'all let this nigga walk through here? What's up with y'all? Y'all tripping.
Niggas ain't
That's how
trying
we
to hear
be.
that or go through that or deal with that.
So instead of that, hold on, bro. Then
Better
he
get
do
your
this.
ass.
Bop.
Yeah.
Other than that, everybody have fun. You know what
So
I'm
as
saying?
far as like when you met Meech and you got with him and you guys got locked in and everything, when it came to your actual position in the organization, what exactly was your position and what was your role? Because to me, I felt like you were more like a human resources. Human.
Resource.
Human.
It's the liquor. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
Like a human resources, like hospitality, because
Hospitality.
like J-Bo was the one that like
Player.
dealt with the niggas,
Oh,
dealt
yeah.
with everybody that nobody felt like dealing with. He was the one, you know, hey, how you doing? You know, whatever, blah blah blah. You good? Da da da. Like he was the fucking the layer
The glue.
next
The
to
glue.
the
I
glue.
was gonna say the glue,
Exactly,
yeah.
the glue. Yeah.
So, damn.
Just make sure I'm wrong. I'm just trying to make sure, like a fact check, like make sure I'm right, like in my like feelings, because that's what I saw, like for real.
So
Like he
my-
was
me
the
the-
nigga that held everybody together.
So my thing with bro, like, me and him ride one day. Like, we all got cool. You know what I'm saying? He had a little situation at an apartment off of Lenox Road and Buford Highway, I think. Like, right, them apartments right there on the corner, like Lenox Road. Is it Lenox Road? Or Buford Highway and I can't think. By the Home Depot.
yeah.
But the Home Depot just be over there. So he like, I was like, man, you know, I got a 3-bedroom joint out here in Alpharetta, man. I just moved down here. Y'all can come stay with me type shit. You know, he was like, man, you know, we got a lot of people be around us, bro. Like, I'm like, bro, I don't be here that much.
Yeah.
Just come on, you know, come on and stay and all that. And that's how he ended up staying in my spot. But I used to like the command. So we ride one day. I'm just gonna cut straight to the shit. We ride one day down the highway on the way to the crib, come from the club, me and him. And we smoking, and he had the right behind. We listen to, he play the music loud as a motherfucker. I'm like, bro, turn that motherfucker down. You looking like, what the fuck you doing? Like, bro, I'll talk to you right quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Like, look, check this out. I say, hey, I think you should, you know, make me your partner. He's like, what you mean? I'm like, bro, I want to be your right-hand man. Like, all you gotta do, bro, let me do everything. Like, I'm gonna do everything. You make, you know, the real big decisions, but everything else gonna come through me. You know what I'm saying? I like, shit. You know, I'm just throwing some numbers out there. It ain't no like accurate shit. Like, say, if he give it to me for 15 or 16 or 18, I say, bro, you give it to me for 18, you make your few dollars. I say, but look, I could bring back like 26, 27. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing back extra money, more than what you making, and a little. We can split that what we make, what you making,
Still
and then
make
make more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, let me do that. Let me run the operation. You just chill, sit your ass back, go party, go pop pills, go, fuck with the bitches, go, do whatever. Let me do the grind shit. Let me do it. That nigga looked at me like, you smoking? Look at me. He said, all right, bet. Boom, we locked in. So that night, I became his partner. Now, he got to introduce it to the fellas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know if we was in Miami. This was in Alpharetta. We was in Atlanta when we had that discussion that night. But I don't know if we went to Miami. We was somewhere in the house. Talking, everybody, how everybody chilling, smoking and shit. He said, hey, J-Bo is my partner now. Like, these not the exact words type shit, but he like basically like, he's my partner. We gonna run shit through him. With everything is me, but he's gonna take over on a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and everybody was cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't heard cause they knew how type of nigga I was, and they knew how me and bro met. You know what I'm saying? They knew at the time what what that me and him had did before I met them. Right. So he knew what type of nigga I was, and they didn't have no problem with it. And like I say, our team was not just all Detroit, all St. Louis people. You know what I'm saying? It was a melting pot of different states. So I didn't really get no backlash, from shit like that. Of course, I'm watching the books, so, shit, bro, dude, he'll go spend 10, 15,000 for everybody. I'm like, hey, man, hold up. We pay them this, that, whatever. Let them spend a little bit on themselves. We gonna stack. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they didn't like. You know what I'm saying? The dude would come and just, man, fuck it, man. I'm paying for everything type shit. We spend 15, 20,000 in stores.
Still had to pay payroll.
I kind of like stopped that a little bit though. That's the shit, the backlash type shit we was getting because I was making them niggas use their money to, sometimes pay for their own shit.
Be accountable.
We done got apartments and cars. We got 10, 15 cars. You know what I'm saying? And paying their notes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything wasn't cashed out, but we paying their car notes and all that. All right, we doing all that shit. Okay, y'all can pay for y'all own, groceries and, little shit. Go buy your own clothes, nigga. You got paper. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing they probably hated for me because I was, watching me and Meech, money, basically.
What's the obstacles or advantages you had, like just being mob locked up, like being J-Bo? You know what I'm saying?
Locked up?
Yeah.
When I first got locked up, bro, they shipped me to Detroit. When I first got locked up, they shipped me to Detroit. And I ended up going to that fucking prison in Detroit. But on the side where they hold the federal inmates that's going to court, I can't think of the name of that prison up there. A motherfucker didn't know me. I went in jail. I'm trying to figure this shit out. I'm in a place, I ain't in my city. I don't know none of these niggas, so I'm just really just figuring this shit out. Like I said, I adapt fast. I see how, niggas, time to go eat, time to get up, all that bullshit. Well, I had 2 tattoos, I think, the BMF tattoos back then. I used to always have them. Because I ain't want niggas to be, oh man, I know this and that, because I heard about that spot I went to, like, motherfucker try to jump on your case type shit. I'm like, all right, so I was having my tats, man. But finally, when I finally let my arms out one day, oh man, it's like 15 niggas coming up to me like, man, I know Terry and Meech, this, that, and all that. And I was like, okay, that's cool, bro. I am, just brush them off type shit. But I got a lot of respect in prison, especially when, niggas fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't no bragging type nigga. Yeah. None of that shit. So niggas respected how I was. I moved like a boss in prison, but I gave everybody that respect, and they gave me mine. So prison, niggas don't like going to jail, but I was cool. I was ready to come home. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta weather the storm, and like I say, lay in your bed. So I laid in my bed and I just developed a routine, in the joint. But like while I was locked up from the medium all the way to the camp, I ain't getting nothing but respect from everybody, even the COs and everything.
What you feel like changed since you went in and came back out, just in the world, period? Like the main thing that stick out, like this shit different.
Me personally, how these little young niggas move? They weren't moving like that, back then. You know what I'm saying? How they got, like even down here, how they got they got fucking high rises everywhere. All that shit is just different to me. But when I come home, man, like the young niggas, how the girls, this shit I seen when I went to Walmart, man, I seen just spandex everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm coming home from the joint. Because they would tell that man, you get out, he say, bro, I'm telling you, when you get home, bro, man, these women, they dress different from when you went in. I'm like, man, all right. Man, I go to, then they send me to some motherfucking halfway house, like, 3 hours away from St. Louis. So I had to go to the Walmart and give me some clothes and T-shirts and toothpaste and all that shit when I got home. Man, when I tell you, bro, every motherfucker, I don't give a fuck. She white, Asian, black. Everybody had on spandex.
And they busted.
I was like, damn. So that was, the look of how the women changed. You know what I'm saying? How shit changed, like the properties and shit changed. Like I say, these young brothers out here, there's every day in my city, bro. There's somebody getting killed every day in that motherfucker.
Shit, that's Atlanta too.
Yeah, I know it's everywhere, but
crazy,
I hate saying this shit. Like St. Louis is at the top of bodies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the areas I be in up there, I don't like being around like a lot of shit, so I rarely see it. You know what I'm saying? But you will run across it if you ride in them areas. It's every day. That shit different, bro. Like with the young niggas, the old heads don't chill out. But yeah, that's basically it, man.
Where you think that shit come from?
The young generation right now, these the people that their fathers was locked up, or mothers was locked up. Now they grown up. We done went did 12, 15, 17 years. They was babies when we left. You know what I'm saying? Some of they grown ups, they peers, as you say, they wasn't around. Nothing but the hood. These little niggas, they rock with their hood. So, and they love guns.
Right.
And I that's basically what the change in my city. That's what I seen. That's what I witnessed.
When y'all were doing the music, question like why wasn't I guess ever it's like affiliated, why wasn't Young Jeezy like the official BMF artist? Is that because him and Kink already had the shit moving how they had it?
Well, Jeezy had we used to pump Jeezy everywhere we go. All the DJs we pay him to pump Jeezy. Jeezy was he was fucking with us. It was at a point that where we was gonna sign Jeezy with us or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I think bro told Jeezy because he had something knocking on the door with Def. I think it's Def Jam.
Def Jam, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And bro go ahead and do your thing with them and just come back and bring us on board afterwards. Mm. You know what I'm saying? So he went and did his thing and that's how he started bubbling up and shit.
So
Jeezy probably looked at that shit as hot though. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, because that's what niggas was saying. Like, like them niggas hot. Give a fuck how much money. Them niggas doing too much.
But even
he probably felt like that. I can't say how niggas feel, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Just being 100. Like, this is executive decision.
It probably,
and everybody like it looked good. Like that's it. Yeah, nigga. I wish I could do that. But some niggas feel like hell nah, billboards. He just said these niggas tripping.
But it wasn't even.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even feel like real shit. I don't even feel like that came from him. I feel like that came from the people that were around him.
That's everybody though. Everybody like, come on, man, don't fold with nothing up.
No, that's what I'm saying. But
like that shit is unheard of, Jay.
No, I know.
Every club and every night, every car, every nigga bitch, boy, these niggas telling like a motherfucker about that shit.
You know,
these nigga hoes is turning to somebody else for BMF. Like, fuck that. I'd rather risk this one night of my life than the rest of my life with you, but fuck you, these folk. Like the nigga said, but you'll get your teeth on something.
But you know where that comes from?
Bitch, you get your teeth on something, fuck with the mob.
You know where that comes from though?
Huh?
That come from treating people right.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck if it was the homeless.
Facts.
All the way to the valet parking people. We treated everybody right. That's how we got to the point. Like, you know, you in the club, you can't smoke, but shit, we gonna tilt you $5,000.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Houston.
We gonna
I seen
fire
niggas
up.
smoking in Houston. Not Houston, with their Justins.
Injustice.
Justin.
Smoking
That's the,
big
yeah,
blunts
we
and
like
just-
that was the routine. Like we go to the mall,
Justice.
wake up, go to the mall.
Justin is
go
some
to
dress
the
up
club.
shit, man. That was puff shit. Dress up.
We would wake up, go to the mall, go to Justin's, eat dinner, go to the club. Solomon would open Justin's back up, cook us breakfast. We go home and go to sleep. Wake up like 3, go back to the mall, back to the club, back to Justin's, back to the club, back to the mall, back to Justin's. That was every day for like 4 or 5 years. Like every day.
We was the first motherfuckers to rock just t-shirts and Justice. Like you
Yeah, 'cause
said,
they had a full dress code.
You had a dress code. We come through 80 niggas and women's. Come through that motherfucker, go straight to the back
in the kitchen,
with t-shirts
behind the
on.
bar.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. That's what we was doing what we do back in them days. Niggas couldn't believe it. Like a nigga come to the hood, like bro, I was just out in the club, some new niggas around BMF. Them niggas, they doing like the shit the nigga was saying. You be like, you lying. You lying. Niggas was going to the club deep to see what these niggas finna do. Is you lying? And they ain't gonna let you down.
Right. They're not gonna let you.
These niggas doing that
Right.
shit.
Right.
So then you
Right.
know niggas with pessimistic thoughts and pessimistic hood mind, boy, it's something up with that. You ain't finna accept that for that's what that is. How? If you never seen something before, when you don't understand something, you be critical of it, right?
Yeah.
When you first see some shit and you don't understand, you be critical of it. Like, man, hell nah, them niggas gotta be 12. But them niggas were doing that shit, them niggas wasn't no 12.
It's just Mood Militant, man. Like, bro, T and Meech, man. Like I say, man, them dudes, bro. If you just sit down and have a conversation with them, you know what I'm saying? You gonna be like, damn, these niggas are on some other shit.
You think that when the brother fell out though, they took that shit left?
No, it was already headed left when that happened. Like, you know, shit was just happening.
What happened?
Shit.
Like what? See, you should put up the record.
You know what I'm saying? A couple people getting locked up here and there. That type of shit happened, you know. But,
No, go ahead. Do you?
I'm just
ahead,
saying,
it
it was
finna
going
say what
left
happened.
basically before, that shit with the fallout type shit. But I hated the fallout. You know what I'm saying?
T
But,
was hitting them bricks.
hey, yeah, we weren't getting what we were supposed to get, you know. So I let bro know, like, look, bro, our people don't never call about shit not, coming back right type shit, because we strictly, you get it from her, they give it to us, they give it to them. Not we get it from them, we chop it up, and then they get us, and then we give it to them. Nah. I like giving them my shit raw. Bro was on the same page. That's why I like fucking with bro. T was a good nigga. He did his thing too, but I like fucking with T too. But at that time, it
got complicated.
Yeah. So we had to make a decision to stop running, through T.
Yeah.
And start directly through the plug.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that we did, and it wasn't sitting right with T when he basically figured it out, because money wasn't coming to him at that time. Our money was going. We might shoot a little bit that way, but the bulk was going somewhere else.
So basically, fuck T. Like, man, you been cutting.
Well, we gone.
Yeah, fuck.
I can't T, my brother, I love him to death. I can't.
No, I fuck with T too.
It just.
It is what it is.
No, I'm saying it feels funny for me to even say from back then to say right now like fuck T, but yeah.
I get what you're saying. I ain't saying when I say fuck it like fuck that what you talking about. Bro.
Yeah,
we finna go on over and do this.
We gotta get
it's
what's
family,
right.
It's family, but yeah, come on, you got out. We ain't finna let you keep getting now.
So we got right, and that's when I was really being me, and we was doing what we had to do. you know.
So do you think that?
Thing was coming.
So do you
Stacked
think
up
that
like
the
a wall, like I'm just stacked. Nigga was Tony Montana around them motherfucker. How that shit feel though, bro?
How do you feel as far as
You know what I'm saying? Just period. Just to know like
that you can do whatever the fuck you want?
nah, I already done did this shit. Y'all already know. I'm really being modest about this shit. I really can goddamn say what it is and what it is. And so let me ask you this. You feel like you said the shit you went through, what you did, right? In the streets. Like major organization, y'all niggas made millions out this shit, trick cars, doing all this shit that niggas never heard of, right?
Right.
Okay, then you went and sat down and perfected that, right?
Right.
Perfected your rights and wrong. So do you feel like if a nigga was in the game, you could be like whole classes?
I can. You know, if I wanted to do that.
No, I'm just
You know
saying, you get what I'm saying?
If it was,
the nigga need consultant. No, niggas consulting everything these days.
You know what I'm gonna do when a motherfucker ask me something, especially, you know, kids. I'm gonna try to direct them another direction.
No, I ain't saying that. I get what you're saying. I'm saying right now, I'm finna start the bank MF. Bro, show me where y'all went wrong at, and show me what I need to do. I'ma blase you every month. Show me how to work that move.
But even if you walk up to me and ask me some shit like
I'm saying, but you know me.
Okay, now there we go. Now I know you. All right, because I'm saying I ain't gonna tell you shit.
Oh, no, yeah, that could be the fuzz.
But now that I know you, and I know you
a consultant like
if you my guy, I'll explain that to you. I'll tell you what, you know, if you my guy.
What I'm saying is, listen, people get paid for everything that they go to college for. Y'all niggas done been to college. You done did everything there is to do in the game. Nigga done seen the ups, the downs, and the fall. Why nigga can't sell that?
Because it ain't league.
No, I'm saying to niggas who are already doing it.
Okay,
you don't get what I'm saying, bro. There's some niggas that I'm pretty sure I know you can't deal with, not say this on air or whatever, but just say for instance, me. If I feel like I want to start a whole new BMF, bro, tell me the ins and outs. Ooh, I respect your time. OG, here you go.
Yeah, but you got to make sure, like, if you come with that type of shit, I will have to make sure that I couldn't get, you know, in trouble for doing that shit. Right. But if I can get in trouble for doing that shit, and man, I do.
But how do people write books then?
But I think it's.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not in.
You know how you write books? The first thing you gonna see when you open that page, this shit is
based off a true story.
It's based off a true story, but it's some of them.
But that's the same thing, though. That's the same thing. I'm not encouraging you to do that. I'm just showing you how to do it.
But look,
niggas show you how to do everything, bro.
I think part of it is there's certain shit, no matter what type of guidance, can't be recreated.
Yes, it is.
Musically, streets,
yes, it is, bro. Yes, it is. Everything.
Sports, it's some shit that just can't be.
Everybody, every Michael Jordan had coaches that showed him that flick. Mm-hmm. He had coaches that showed him the fadeaway. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if I got a consult, just like a lawyer, these folks getting paid to goddamn deal with criminals. Why a criminal can't?
What's it? Hold
on, y'all ain't getting.
No, we're trying to understand it. I'm saying
you gotta make sure you ain't going to jail.
Right. I understand
that's
all
I
care about. Like,
hold up. But how is that illegal?
It is.
How?
You're telling someone how to do illegal shit.
How is that illegal?
If you're telling
somebody how to continue a criminal enterprise.
Yeah.
So what?
I don't know nothing about what y'all nigga buying the shit. I'm just telling you the morally part of it. I'm telling you my story, what I'm doing on this podcast, nigga, for free.
So what you saying is,
why the fuck I can't get paid to let a nigga listen to my story, basically?
Advisement.
I'm selling my story.
Advisement from him on how you keep a crew together that tight and that tight.
Yes, whatever it is.
Now that makes sense.
You know, yeah. I mean, if like I say, I would teach you the game just me talking. Because I don't been in it, man. I'm gonna make sure that it's legal.
Yes.
To do if it's legal to do it, hell yeah.
You saying you check with your lawyer?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But niggas gotta get what, bro. What we don't understand is everything start from somewhere. Nigga, that's a new genre. If a nigga cause what we get for being silent? You wouldn't did the time. What you get for being silent? Nigga start a genre.
That's different.
What we get for being silent? Shit. Don't know come on the shit to them, but we gotta get back on our shit.
Exactly.
So nigga gotta create something. Okay, how if there's ways to. Am I tripping?
No.
You saying ways to monetize it?
Yes.
Okay. I think documentaries and books and that type of shit, but you're saying even further. How could you?
Because listen, if I make a book about it, how I could have got away with it, right?
O.J. Simpson.
Whatever.
What if I did?
And then I start doing seminars,
Right.
and nigga put me to the side. Well, my cousin got a situation. This situation. How would you handle that?
You know what, though?
I would handle it like this.
As much as y'all might think my dog tripping a little bit, that Wolf of Wall Street nigga did that shit.
Yeah.
The Wolf of Wall Street nigga did that
Jordan
shit.
Belfort.
Jordan Belfort. He did.
I still think, goddamn me, any one of them motherfuckers at the Wolf of Wall Street or whoever did the shit, they made sure that it won't be no repercussions.
I'm saying we're just not thinking about it like that.
I know you're not thinking, but you
That's
gotta
how
think.
we look at shit. I'm saying how we look at shit is like it may be a consequence. What if it ain't? Nigga check into it. What if it ain't? Cause what kind of nigga can tell what y'all niggas had created? Like the same shit. Just think about it. They doing the same shit on Stars. 50 them doing the same shit. They doing it with the what do you call it? They recreating it, right?
The story with the show.
So it's the same shit from the eyes of it.
But I think, okay, I guess what I'm trying to get at is you're saying that him particularly gets with it.
Having a one-on-one personal consultation.
It ain't, listen, what these books and this shit that I'm standing on, how we did it, the rise and the fall, why he can't be the nigga to say that. Then people gonna goddamn see certain shit, images like, what was the feeling you had before that? Well, I felt like this at the time. Like I seen, like you said, I seen in the crowd. What made you? How did you feel before that? Did you feel uneasy when you woke up? Niggas paying for anything.
So it's almost like you got the BMF on the show, right?
Yeah.
So is there gonna be like J-Bo tells do you have your own shit coming, like documentary, movie, anything? From your perspective.
I can't. I'm gonna say a little bit. So they supposed to be shooting in St. Louis next.
It's dope.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. I'm not. Jay, you probably got more information than I do, but I haven't. I talk to them every now and then, time to time. I haven't talked to the writers yet. So to be truthful, I'm just waiting for my next step on that. I don't know. I haven't talked to. They haven't told me the next step. So that's basically all I can, say about that shit right there.
But would you be interested in just doing? Hopefully, like that'll work out. But maybe even just your own.
I'm working on other shit. Besides that, I ain't just gonna sit right. Sit there. I fuck with them. I shout out to all them, the whole stars, everything.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit dope.
But I'm just waiting my turn for them. But at the same time, I'm still moving. Trying to get other things aligned. For me, getting my story out. Like I'm doing this podcast with you guys and shit. Like, that's the type of shit I'm on.
What's the first day out?
My first day out of prison.
What's it like after all of that history?
Man, listen, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, that shit was. It was like when I got out, it was like I went in 2 days ago. Now I'm out, but it wasn't really that. It was down to 12.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 11, 8, some shit like that. But when I first got out, I was like, damn.
I'm free.
You know what I'm saying? Riding to the bus station and shit. I'm like, damn, this shit is. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Even when I made it to the camp, and I was at Forest City. It's a medium-low camp. It's a complex. They call them complexes when it's 3 different prisons or 4.
Almost to the halfway.
All under the same. It's hard to get off that complex when you get in there.
Yeah.
Like I want to switch to another prison. It's hard to leave when you get on the complex.
Yeah.
But when I made it to the camp, man, it'd be like 1 or 2 guards. And it might be like 400 inmates. You could just go put on a vest and just walk past the guard, tell him you're going on a job hunt, and walk all the way around the whole motherfucking complex. That shit blew my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, that's how shit was going.
What was the plan?
My plan when I came home, man, I'm gonna reach out to all these guys that we kicked it with, that slept in our house, all that shit. All these guys that we fuck with them or their artists. My plan was to come home and get back into music. You know what I'm saying? And I called a few guys and shit when I came home. I'm thinking this shit gonna be easy, but it ain't everything. And that's another thing that switched up. Everybody ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what them nigga doing? Different.
It's you know, it's different, man. But I'm not a bitter person.
Niggas gotta create a genre.
Yeah.
See, niggas gonna try to keep you out of the genre that's already created.
Yeah.
Niggas create a whole nother lane on these niggas, bro. Niggas is leaders. I'm finna make some whole more shit. Anything it's gonna come from right here, bro. Cause that's what we do, right?
Correct.
You gonna put a whole play together with the other play, and then gonna try to go find another nigga play when it's time. Hell no, I'm finna make a whole nother play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't tell me there ain't a lane for a nigga who kept it solid. You can't tell me that. I don't give a fuck who a nigga is. You can't tell me that it ain't a play that a nigga makes some millions off of selling a solid story. I don't give a fuck what a nigga tell me. That's just how I feel about it. Like some M's.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. It ain't no, like, check it. Yeah, check it.
Check that record.
Check it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't know. I just look at shit different because you wait on, bruh. You wait on, you gonna need a lift. Like, if you start some shit, it might take a little bit, but you gonna need a lift at some shit that you already at the bottom of, and you know what I'm saying? It's gonna put a sense of, God damn. Because you know what you would have did if it was you. That's
so
where niggas get its whole shit twisted at.
So in so many words, what we were saying is that, you know, being solid, maybe in your situation and others, is not celebrated like it's supposed to be.
Nah,
Should
we
be
can't say
celebrated
that.
more?
Yes. Niggas need to get some awards and shit, man. They need to have a goddamn award for these niggas, bro.
Surreal,
Like, we need to goddamn nigga
they be
put together some plays for a nigga, bro. Cause that shit is rare.
Yeah. They celebrate some of the bullshit.
What you mean?
Just the media, the whatever. They celebrate some of the bullshit.
No,
so why
because
not celebrate the solid shit?
It's impossible.
Because the solid shit, they feel like shouldn't be celebrated because in most cases, solid shit doesn't get views and it doesn't get attention and it doesn't get likes and all this other shit. Like, the bullshit is what captures people and it's what sells.
But the thing about it is, when we know who we are, the truth stand by itself anyway. You know what I'm saying? I could be in them motherfuckers saying something and everybody disagree with me. If I feel like I'm true, I'm true. If I feel like I'm telling the truth, I'm telling the truth. I don't give a fuck if everybody fuck you. So that shit stand by itself. Right?
Yeah.
That's one thing we get, like, niggas gotta know that within themselves. Like, this shit stand by itself, so I gotta put this shit by itself.
You shaking your head, J-Bo. What you
I
want
was
to say?
listening. He kicking some real shit. You know
Like,
what I'm
that's
saying?
what it is.
I understand. I feel him.
Gotta stand by myself, man. That's what it is. What's that?
Did you feel alone when you got out?
Did I feel alone?
Did you feel alone? Like, I don't.
Well, like I say, you know, when I come home, man, I had probably about 2 or 3 good friends that made sure I was straight. Not like, you know, just make sure I was, you know, can move for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They took care of me, you know what I'm saying? But me expecting what I really was expecting when I came home, I never seen it. You feel what I'm saying? Like I say, not even just Meech, I'm talking about me. I took care of a lot of motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And never asked nobody for nothing. When I come home, I just knew the bank account was gonna explode. Shit ain't real, bro. It ain't real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names, none of that shit, but motherfuckers, you know. And I know I ain't the type of motherfucker sit here and be like, damn,
It is what it is,
dude
though.
didn't do shit for me.
Who?
Dude, I'm just saying, like, people. Like, I ain't gonna,
yeah.
like I said, people ain't do shit for me. So I ain't that person that's gonna sit back and wait for a handout.
For sure.
You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna figure out a way. You know, I do my own podcast. You know,
Exactly.
shit like that.
That's what I'm trying to
I
tell
went and
you.
got me a studio. I make money off the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's. I'm not going to stop because the streets taught me how to move when it comes to making money, and not just with drugs. You got to use that same mentality
The whole way.
you know, for your life.
But you gotta, get what? I'm gonna keep it 100. What a nigga gotta do in that position. You gotta know that the same shit that you see in yourself that you ain't gonna never lay down, people not here because they know you ain't gonna lay down. So nigga, go hard. Motherfucker know you ain't the lay down type nigga. You don't need my help. Some people feel like you don't need my help because of where they done put you at. You get what I'm saying? We gonna give them that excuse. Like, go ahead, bro. You got it. Some motherfuckers feel like you always got it too, though.
Yeah, everybody think that.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers feel like your status is more than my money.
Right, you straight. Right.
So they damn motherfucker ain't gonna never feel like, is you okay? Ain't a motherfucker gonna never say that. You gonna have to tell them you ain't okay. You know what I'm saying? Can't expect us from other folk. That's how I can't. They different.
So the man that I am, if I ain't got no money, I'm gonna tell you.
Facts.
Bro, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. And I'm also the motherfucker, man, I'm gonna ask you one time, bro, put me in the right position.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, say if it's an artist. Bro, let me book the show for me. I ain't got shit. Book the show for me, let me get the proceeds off of it. That's how you can give me some money. I don't say that to a couple guys. Never happened. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt that I knew I was coming home to a bag. It ain't like that, bro.
What you think it is?
I don't know, because the same guys that I reached out to, we reached out to them before. You see what I'm saying? Like, it ain't about money. I mean, friendship, relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know your families. You know what I'm saying? You know mine. Like, nigga, you don't. First thing you should think, like, damn, man, I don't want bro come out and get back in the streets.
Yeah.
If I can help this nigga not to go back to the streets,
Like, we're dropping
I'm gonna help. Ain't nothing but a tax write-off. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna help this nigga because this nigga helped me a million motherfucking times.
Or let me at least compensate this nigga for me benefiting off of his story and what they all brought to the game.
You feel like what type of you know what I'm saying, flame that shit light on the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man.
Like what type of energy, certain shit give niggas certain energy to go harder, you know what I'm saying? Be feeling a certain way, but what type of energy you feel like that shit give you?
It give me?
Yeah.
For them not.
Yeah.
What you just said.
Like
I just told you, I don't sit down, so I'm gonna figure out a way to go hard.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then when I get it, guess what? I ain't gonna be like, man, nigga.
I've been trying to do the interview.
You know, you
know what I'm saying? I've been trying to, like at the end of the day, I'm where you at?
You know what, bro, when they first reached out to me and told me about the podcast, I didn't know that was y'all when I had to go to first class. I did not know that. I swear to God, I didn't know that was y'all in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When they finally told me, I was like, all right. But I was still on I'm home. I'm still on papers. I'm on papers now.
Yeah.
I'm still on papers. I'm like, damn, if I do this podcast, I'm gonna get in trouble type shit.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't do it. I'm like, man, I'm gonna wait.
Hell yeah, them feds put the fear of God in a nigga.
Nah, what I'm saying is I want this shit to be said what it said, like.
Yeah, so that's one reason I didn't do it.
Yeah.
But because I didn't want to go back to jail for some shit, me doing a podcast in Atlanta when I'm supposed to be in St. Louis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one. I was sneaking down. I can tell y'all motherfucking now. I was sneaking down this bitch 10 times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's one reason, bro. Like, and I met you. I don't really know you. You're a good dude in my eyes. Her, I ain't gotta say nothing about her. She ran with us. Jay was Juice, our homegirl Juice. May her rest in peace. That her and Jay was so motherfucking cool. That's how I met Jay. Jay was our sister.
Yeah.
She did everything. Her and D1. What are you doing? How you doing?
We gonna call him when we get finished with this.
Yeah.
He's looking for you.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, man, but yeah, that's how that shit was, dog.
When you look back on all that shit, would you change that shit or just fuck it, nigga? I don't like this. What it is.
So the way you asked that question, if I look back on it and I was still interested in what I was doing in the past, I changed a lot of shit.
Like what?
The circle.
So hold on, let me ask you this: did anybody that was with y'all that folded, you felt like I knew that nigga was a hoe? Who surprisingly kept it solid too? Say both of them.
Surprisingly?
Yeah, kept it solid.
Man, bro, I actually thought our whole crew was gonna keep it solid. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh.
I knew when I went because, like I said, we had rules and you know what I'm saying. We had orders. You know, if you get caught, shut up. We're gonna get your lawyer. Don't worry about that shit. We got you. You can take some money and run, or you can fight your case.
We gonna figure it out. We gonna figure this shit
I was
out.
running on that law. Don't say nothing.
Okay,
I ain't got no, bro. Like I said on another interview. But when I first met my lawyer, when he walked through that door, when he got like, hey, hold on. I said, look, I ain't got nothing to say to no prosecutor, no DA, no motherfucking agent, no nothing. I ain't got nothing to say to him. He said, okay, we got that out of the way. Hi, my name is such and such. And I never talked to none of them until they tricked me to come out there in 2010 about Whoop. I ain't know. If I'd have known that, I'd have try to do something to stay. But I had to go. They gonna make you, what the fuck you gonna do? I ain't going. You gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So I went. But I ain't want to talk to none of them motherfuckers.
So basically, any nigga who folded, it was like a heartbreaker. Like, damn, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. O-Dog fucked me up. Cause I thought he was this, you know, O-Dog was, you know, he was a good nigga, funny, cool dude, all that. He fucked me up, man, when I read that article of him saying that he used to get shit from me. It come from bro, but he got it through me. Where we meet you at the gate. Yeah. You know, so I read that shit.
Truth?
It was true. Getting it from me.
You know what I'm saying? But he told the truth.
No, he told.
Told. Like, bro, you telling me.
And never made it to the feds. He got a slap on the wrist, you know.
So did that ignite the whole shit or what?
That was one of them. That was one of them. Like I said, I didn't know about until somebody sent me that article when I was in Detroit.
Did you talk to him since then?
Mm-mm. If I see him right now, I'm like, "What's up, bro?" And keep it pushing. I'm not gonna sit there and talk, you know, hold no conversation. I ain't got nothing against you. My time over. I did my time. Just stay away from me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna, you know, we ain't gotta be beefing. None of that shit. You did you. I did me.
You feel like that the first time your name was ever mentioned, like, to them folks?
Yeah, it was. I knew that was the first time my name was ever mentioned that I know of.
Yeah.
When I did get out on bond, and I got my discovery. You know, you can read something like, you know, you did something with somebody. So in the discovery, it'll say like, oh, I just get such and such from J-Bo. He would charge me $18.5 if I pay cash. He would charge me $20 on the front. I only did that with a couple of people, so I knew who it was. I read my description because that shit, his name gonna be black. It's gonna be blacked out. But you'll see the letter. I just get such.
You know, cause nigga
from
telling the truth.
It'll be blacked out.
Yeah.
That's a CI, a confidential informant. So he telling them. I read that. I said, "Oh shit!" I'm sitting at my table at the crib. I'm like, "Oh man!" I'm like, "Fuck that!" I kept reading. I said, "Oh nah, I ain't."
Did you run into any nigga that like just in denial? Like, you know how nigga know he told, but in denial. Like, I ain't tell.
I ain't running into him, but shit, y'all see him all the time. I see him on social media all the time.
Who?
Blue. He really don't think he told.
Blue say he told what he did. Didn't he?
You can't listen, bro. Listen, let me explain something to you. You can't tell what you did. You know what I'm saying? No, it's cool. You can't tell. You can't tell what you did, bro.
What you mean, bro? What happened?
When you tell, bro, they want you to tell on everything. Or guess what? If you don't tell everything, they're gonna put your ass out there. That's what they did to O. Cause O in the little article thing, it said like, you know, who we got it from, and he kept on talking. He's like, hold on, man, if y'all gonna
y'all gonna let me go?
Yeah, some shit like that. Like, don't give me time off or something like that. Cause man, these people know my family type shit.
I'm finna stop telling.
And they like, no, and they stopped. So they put that out there. You know what I'm saying? He started, but he stopped. He probably stopped right there on that motherfucking article.
Yeah.
But you said too much, bro.
Yeah.
You said too much.
Yeah. What you think the end result is if when the family got picked up, everybody just shut their mouth?
Ain't that?
You ain't see them white people, them bikers.
Nobody said that. Ain't
No,
that?
that's what I'm asking.
What you think the result would be?
Yeah.
If nobody never said nothing,
Nobody ever said nothing.
they ain't got nothing.
If niggas
What you
would take
think,
they lick,
though,
like
man?
if I get caught, let
They
me
ain't
say
got
what make a
nothing.
conspiracy when you talk about other people. If I get caught with 15 bricks or whatever, okay, we finna fight this shit, whatever, try to get on bond, run, like you said, whatever. If I fight mine by myself and not implement nobody else, it's not no conspiracy or RICO. When I start telling like, yeah, he know, and he in, and he who,
And after you hit that
that's
third
when it be a
person,
lot
that's when
enough
they
niggas.
wham
If
you.
niggas take they lick, oh, it ain't nothing. Nigga be wanting nigga to goddamn, bro. Them niggas need to be down here with me. Them niggas need to be down here with me, man. That shit fucked up.
Yeah,
And so about all that, do you think that
That shit fucked up.
do you think all that shit is just a little too accepted? Just speaking, we ain't even just speaking of like just the music industry, but just for the streets and just as general, like just telling, snitching, whatever the case is, informants. Do you think that it's becoming slowly more accepted?
slowly. These niggas running 100 million miles a minute.
Oh man,
It's like they do that first from compared to back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Niggas they gonna be discreet about it. You know, trying to tell on a nigga, man. But right now, like today, slowly, man. They grab a nigga. I got you. It was Lil Jon in them before they even say something. Like they telling already because these niggas.
Like, how the
What you
hell
think?
you
What you
even
think?
know?
How you think that shit get like that though?
It's just like I say, niggas with no fucking, you know how motherfuckers, put you on point type shit. Niggas that's not on point. They ain't got no big homies and all that shit, and they just want the fame. They want the money and want to be that guy throwing money in the clubs, buying the cars and jewelry and fucking all the bitches and all that shit. But they forgot one motherfucking thing. When you pick that bag up, it's the 90% chance that shit, you can get caught up.
Facts.
Now, what you gonna do now? Now, I don't want to leave Bella. Oh man, who's gonna raise my kids? Man, they gonna take. I ain't gonna have no money. They can't take it. Niggas can't take that shit.
Niggas be trying to get back out here to
You know
them
what I'm
hoes,
saying?
man.
So they trying to get back to the same, females or that's when as soon as you leave, they fucking the next nigga.
Right.
Or they stealing your money.
They already know.
Niggas don't look at all that shit. Like you gotta look at all that shit when you in the game, bro. You gotta watch the bitches you deal with. You gotta watch the niggas you deal with. You know what I'm saying? You constantly looking left, right.
Say
You know
that
what I'm
shit at the what's your name, bro? Say we're gonna say that part. Let me manage.
Now I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got actually like two. The goddamn me, I think 3 managers. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like niggas don't think about that point of the game.
Fact.
They can make all the money in the world, but as soon as you get caught up, you know how many times I ride with my artists and shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's little personal shit. Like when we get on the highway, driving down here, we smoking weed, and you got to piss. You ain't finna go piss until this weed cleared out of this car. We rode 2, 3, 4 more miles down the road. Like I got rules. I be teaching them that because this is the shit I see that fucked them up. So now you smoking weed, you got 80,000 in the car with you. You balling, but you stop and get some gas because not gas. You got to piss, and there's some state troopers in there, and they smelling the weed. You know what I'm saying? I tell them this shit for a reason. Like I be teaching my artists not to be street niggas, but like I teach them my street mentality when we ride on the highway because everything matters.
Right. Them
You know what I'm
slippers
saying?
count.
Like if you one slip up, bro, now my 80,000 gone. We in jail, and now guess who got the case? Me.
Right.
They gonna look at him like, that man, he got a stealing a bike. This nigga on a major, a big case. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell them that for a reason, bro. I teach them my ways for a reason, and they'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? I don't listen, nigga. Slow your ass down. If the shit's 60, you do 64, 65. I don't give a fuck. Fuck riding with the goddamn traffic. Nigga, we dirty.
What you think made Atlanta the spot to be like shit? Then we finna pop this shit off it right here.
It because we was down here partying, and we gotta we party, so we gotta make money. You know what I'm saying? So now,
but niggas was getting money in their own different cities. Niggas was getting money.
But man, you know, okay, you get money in St. Louis. You know, you brought you $30,000 now, it's gone.
Yeah.
And you want to call home, like tell Lil Ron, man, send me $5 and all that. All right, it's gonna take 2-3 days. I ain't got 2-3 days. Fuck that. So, you know, we had to, you know, extend our hands to the ones that we chosen.
Do you think that was a mistake though to play right here when y'all already just getting money in y'all other cities like y'all could just? Like you say, everybody that was from different cities down here getting money, just, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and got people at home handling the business. See, this shit could be sold. You got people at home handling the business, and you just down here, music is it.
Yeah, but you know, it was a lot of money down here for one. Yeah. You know, it's hard to say not. You know, you find you some solid guys.
When you see your kind, like you see in your kind, and they right here, I can get them right here easy. They can put them at your front door.
When that conversation come up, if we chose the right one, you know, yeah, go do it. You know what I'm saying? Why miss millions? You know.
Yeah.
You know, if you in that field,
yeah.
Why miss millions when you can get it? And if you move in the way that we were taught, you know, yeah, y'all see us flashing and all that, but other than that, where y'all see us at?
Yeah.
Nowhere. We might pop up at a restaurant. Most of the time, we in the house.
Yeah.
We sit in the house all day, playing the music, playing the game,
yeah,
smoking weed, bitches coming through, all that, until it's time to go out at night. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is mixed in with that. The hustle and all that. Man, he waiting to come home, man.
How much time you got left?
Man, I don't even know, bro. I think Ill did his time by now, ain't though. He don't did his time.
Yeah, I saw the
he got his time. His state time is tied in with the Fed, which is good. Yeah. So I'm thinking like as soon as they release him from the state, we've been waiting for that for hella. They're gonna let him go as soon as they get to the Fed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, but the good thing,
yeah, because everything is concurrent.
Yeah, the good thing. At first, it was a little rocky because they were trying to run them consecutive. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, and they end up getting it together, running concurrent. So whenever they let him go from there, he had 20. How long he been gone? I don't even know how long bro been gone. I was 16.
Yeah, it was gone about 16, 17, yeah.
So he got at least one more year. Because you do about 17 on the 20. Yeah. But that's 85%, and he doing 85% because he doing like, he in the state, but he doing like a violent crime, so he doing 85%, I think. And so he got basically another year, right up under a year to come home. Nah, for real. I can't wait for that nigga to get out.
So look, before like we wrap this up and get finished, I need you to give the world a brief rundown of 3 stories. You ready to hear what the stories are?
Yeah.
Okay. The Cancun trip, Meech's birthday, and when we went to Essence Festival.
So, the Cancun trip.
Yes.
Man.
Because this just goes back to what Black is saying about, like, if you weren't there to live it or see it, like, you're not going to believe, like, the type of shit that took place and the type of shit that went on, like, during those festivities.
So, first of all, it went from, like, you know, about 30 of us going. It went from 30 to 130, 200, and
nah, that shit was like 250.
Yeah, the whole plane, man. I ain't lying. The whole plane was lit with all of us. Everybody that was going.
Just niggas
with
everywhere,
us.
like.
It might be 1 or 2 or 4, you know, on the plane that wasn't. Well, I bet you they love that plane ride. That,
yeah.
You know, man, that motherfucker was like a club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it was every motherfucker you think of. I think I was sitting by Lil John. He was on the plane. I can't think of no other celebrity, but that motherfucker was cracking. Bro,
niggas was smoking on the plane, man. Like all kind of shit, bro. That shit was lit.
But look, you know, we in another country. So soon as we all got, you know, on the strip, everybody went and bought pocket knives.
Yeah, because it ain't no Blicks in Cancun.
No, you can't get no guns and shit down there. We couldn't bring no guns. So all of us, we went bought the whole motherfucking pocket knife store out there. Remember on the strip though? We was on that strip, we bought all them pocket knives and shit, man. Man, after that, bro, man, like I think Zippo came a couple days after us.
Yeah.
He came
because it was a lot of niggas. It was a lot of niggas that was trying to leave on the same day everybody was leaving, but that shit was fucked up or something was going on with their paperwork and they couldn't leave.
So he came a couple days after us. So we down there, everybody just chilling, by the pools and shit, like the hotels. We was all scattered out. Man, that nigga got there. He went got a penthouse. I don't know what hotel it was. It was a penthouse, bro. 2-level penthouse with a big ass Olympic pool. In that motherfucker. I think everybody stayed up there down there. So we partied in that motherfucker, man.
But he had bought rooms bought the whole hotel for everybody, but everybody stayed up there with him, and didn't even might have used the rooms to shit and shower or some shit, and that was it.
I think his spot was where everybody met up at. And before we went to what was that club called with the cave? Looked like a cave.
Man, that shit was, I don't remember that shit. That
man,
shit
going through that bitch.
It was a haze, a drunk haze. You ever been drunk for a week?
Not a week.
That shit crazy, man.
Not a week.
Okay, so let's move on from Cancun to Meech's birthday.
So Meech's birthday, we had
Lions, Tigers, and Bears.
Yeah, shout out to Hannah.
Oh God, my sister.
Hannah, she cold with the parties, man. Y'all need a party done, call her ass ASAP.
Ms. Hannah Kang on Instagram.
She started doing our parties and some other people's parties, but she did my birthday, did Meech's birthday. She did a lot of shit. She laid that motherfucker out, man. I swear, you walking that bitch. The other one was a giraffe. Was it a giraffe in that motherfucker?
Yeah, it was a giraffe, a zebra, lions. I don't think it was a bear, but it was all kind of shit. It was all kind of shit.
Hannah been doing them crazy invitations too, though.
How the fuck she get there? That was a horror right there.
The king of the jungle.
King of the jungle.
That was the theme for the party.
Yeah, man. I mean, then when you walk in, all the champagne in the world until the shit was gone. It was trash cans full of champagne. Everybody get you a bottle, everything. Drink. Once champagne gone, it was gone, but. And man, I don't know how many bottles we bought, bro, but I want to say he had about 200 bottles.
Hell no, it was way more than that. It was shit all in the back. Every section had.
I mean, I wasn't trying to count the motherfuckers, so I wasn't really sure, but
that shit
we had bottles for not everybody, but it was everybody got a drink. I put it like that. Yeah, so that was one of the highlights of his party. The animals, and the trash cans full of bottles, and unlimited bottles until that shit ran out.
What's the third of it? Well,
Essence, but we went down to New Orleans for Essence Festival, and that just to piggyback off of what he was saying about everybody being treated equally and everybody being treated with respect. So. We're down on in New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? We had shipped all the cars, shipped all the stuff. We had the hotels and shit. But it was it was so, that shit was so packed down there, it wasn't even really nowhere to drive. So we ended up walking everywhere. But it's 200 niggas walking up and down Bourbon Street, up and down Canal, walking everywhere that we had to go. And we had a party. It might have been at the Hilton or somewhere, but it was you had to have access to get in. That's when they started all that shit, whatever. But it was they had the housekeepers and they had the niggas that were sweeping the floors and cleaning the dance floors and all that shit. Other people were there at the party trying to make it seem okay, these workers and trying to treat them whatever, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. But Meech's whole thing was these people wouldn't be here if it weren't for us. So he made sure, every single fucking floor sweeper, every single maid, every single anybody that had anything to do to come in contact with us to help us or serve us in any kind of way, he made sure that they were thoroughly taken care of because that's just the type of person he is. Me and him, I ain't even going front. Me and him had a discussion one time when we were in Miami. we were eating breakfast. It was just me and him, and like I think it was Yogi up there, like, and that was it because everybody else was still asleep. We had a discussion about how it was a conspiracy that niggas were lactose intolerant. Like he was that intelligent and that smart, and that was like the type of shit that he thought about. But like if you didn't know him to have a real conversation with him, you would never have any idea. But like man, Meech was an incredible nigga, like for real.
I'll ask you one more question, J-Mo. So if a young nigga like 13, 14, 15 years old, you get to chopping it up with him and he come to you and he say, man, honestly, man, I'm gonna be real with you. I wanna be a street nigga. I wanna be in the streets. What would be your response or like what would be your advice to that young nigga?
That's why I was telling him, bro, like my first thing, especially if you young like that, I'm gonna just tell him, I'm gonna say, bro, don't do it. My first thing I'm gonna tell him is don't do it.
It ain't worth it, don't do it.
You know what I'm saying? So then now I'm trying to get a vibe from him, like his conversation. Cause now you say you're 14. So now if you 14, you ain't got no father figure, you looking up to me, and here you come asking me this question. So I'm gonna try to see what your conversation like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna still try to tell you, no, bro, this what's gonna come behind this. I'm telling you, you ready to go to jail? Can you handle it? Can you stand up next to another nigga in the stall and piss? Ain't nothing in between. You know what I'm saying? Can you sit on the toilet and take a dump? You know what I'm saying? Can you take rules of motherfuckers telling you what to do? And they your age. Not your age, but your age, you know what I'm saying? Like talking like in my way. So he answered all my questions and I got a good vibe from him. And I know that he's not backing down from going to the streets. So I would just try to give him his best advice. Like, bro, don't, like, you know, don't bring people to your house type shit. Like, don't show, you know, like just something. But I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, it's other ways. You young. It's other ways to get money. I used to stand by the gas station pump, bro, before when I was a little kid and ask, can I pump that gas for 25, 50 cents? And I stay in that bitch for hours and go home with $13, $14. You know what I'm saying, as a kid. So I started hustling young, but not, you know, street, but I had to hustle in me. So this little nigga, if he reminded me of me, I try to give him the best advice that I can give him without glorifying him to go hustle. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you don't tell him, he's just gonna go to the next nigga. And this nigga might be like, here man, yeah, go on, take these 200-300, get out there and sell me some rocks and shit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I'll tell a motherfucker. I don't tell niggas that in prison. The young niggas. Oh, gee man, we do this, we do this shit again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What the question you had? What advice you can give me, man? Like, cause he already got in his mind, I'm finna go out there and get it. I don't talk to the GOAT and all that shit. But the GOAT trying to show him how to bow down. You know what I'm saying? But,
right.
So that's what I'll do first. And like I say, if I can get a good feeling or a good reading of the little kid, or you know what I'm saying, I try to give him the best advice without trying to tell him to go do it. Actually, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Big shout out, salute to J-Bo, BMF pulling up the big
JBZ.
facts. You know what I'm saying? Good game, some great gems. Salute to you, and make sure you check us out too. www.bigfactspod.com.
Salute.